Hello my friends, it is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today is one of those days where we are going to do all things that I love doing and sharing with you. Of course, I got an amazing workout in today, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. But I also want to do a little bit of baking. I'm sure I'll clean, but I don't want to share that with you. But the big thing is that I'm going to be doing some decorating as well. I'm going to be decorating my coffee bar for fall. Now, as far as the recipe goes, I'm actually going to get started on it right now because it's something I've been meaning to bake now for a couple of days. One of our family favorites is just a very easy protein bagel recipe. So not necessarily fall recipe inspired today, but I always love sharing my easy recipes with you. This one is so easy. It's self-rising flour and Greek yogurt. That's it. I have everything out that I'm going to be using. It's just easier that way. But I have the oven preheating at 400 degrees. I have my baking pan with parchment paper. Have some of the toppings I will put on the bagels, which I'll show you when I get to that point. But like I said, just self-rising flour and Greek yogurt. We just use the plain yogurt. This is the one that we like the best, but of course you can use any kind that you prefer. I'll put the recipe in the description box as well, but it is so easy. It's 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 3/4 cup of the self-rising flour, and then of course you have your toppings here. Makes 4 bagels. I'm actually going to do a double batch today because 4 bagels will literally last a day here. I'm gonna get to that. And I have found too that using my mixer for this is the easiest. You do have to use your hands to form the bagels, but when you start mixing the flour and yogurt, it gets pretty thick. So a mixer is where it's at. So lately, my life has been very busy. Even with the kids back in school, we've had doctor's appointments and school activities starting up. Lots of appointments lately, it seems like, or just things that need to get done now that they're back in school. But I'm finally feeling like we're at a good spot. And so I'm just excited for today because we're doing all the things, like I said, that I love. Some baking, decorating, and just being at home in general. But thanks for spending the day with me. Like made it with my hand into a little bagel, and I just kind of eyeball. I've made these so many times, I gotta know how big to make each little ball here. Here are my beautiful bagels. Now I'm just going to, I have this egg wash right here. I just had some leftover egg white, so I'm just going to brush it over the top of all of them. 2 of them I'm actually going to make cinnamon sugar bagels. That's what the kids prefer. And then for the others, I will usually sprinkle some everything bagel seasoning as well as onion powder on those. I pretty much make these every single week, and when I don't have them, the family's like, where are the bagels? So, yes. I thought about doing a pumpkin spice one, but what do you think? Would that be weird tasting? A pumpkin spice protein bagel? I can't decide. I'm more of a savory person when it comes to these. Like, I'd rather have one of these with my dinner, but I might give that a go one of these times. I'll show you what the bagels look like once they come out of the oven. And I'm also gonna send my husband a picture and show him what I baked today. He's gonna be very excited because he always has one with his lunch and he's been missing them this week. But yeah, my baking habits have definitely changed now that the kids are back in school over the summer. I went a little bit overboard with baking of the treats. My family would agree, like, I love to bake. Baking is my favorite. So cookies, bars, all the sweet treats, we did them all summer long. But now it's like, okay, we need to get back into our healthier eating routine. Of course, I'm always trying to eat healthier, but we snuck in a few sweets over the summer months. Yeah, so back to those protein type recipes that I will be sharing with you, and we'll still do some sweet treats in there as well. Now, another thing that has changed a little bit with back to school has been my workout routine in the morning. You know, over the summer months, I really wasn't in any sort of time constraint. I could work out basically as long as I wanted, which was about an hour and a half. Like, I would take my time, but an hour and a half per morning is kind of what I was doing. Now I'm kind of right about that hour, so I need to maximize that hour as much as possible. And I did want to say thank you to Aviron for sponsoring this video, because Wednesdays, my friends, Wednesdays are leg day. It's my hardest strength day of the week, but it's also my day of rowing as well. I have found though that I really appreciate the rower on my leg days. My legs are, you know, they're a little bit tired from the heavy lifting. I don't necessarily want to run. I don't want to bike, so we row. I think the way I love my rower so much is that it's truly a full body workout, but it's low impact. 60% lower body, 40% upper body. I just feel so good when I am done with my workouts. One of the best parts though about Aviron and the Strong Series rower is that it's really designed to keep you coming back for more. There's literally something for everybody. I just jump in and do the quick start and get going. I love to see all of the stats on my screen. You can also stream like YouTube TV, Hulu, Netflix. So if you're one who wants to watch a show, you can absolutely do that too. The kids love that one. There's also all kinds of different games that can really get some competition going as well. Everyone also has a thriving community, so you get that friendly competition. Climb the leaderboard. I'm definitely one who likes a little bit of competition. It really keeps me coming back for more as well. But Aviron is having some of their best prices of the year right now. Not only do they have the Strong Series rower, but there's also a gamified treadmill and bike available as well. So lots to choose from. I actually do have a coupon code to share with you. If you use my code CRYSTAL50, that's going to score yourself $50 off of your purchase with Aviron. But the bagels are done. I can show you what they look like. The house, between the candle, I probably didn't need to light the candle, but I wanted to light the candle. The house smells really, really good. Hold on. Look what I made, exclamation mark. I don't know why, whenever I do voice to text, I hold the phone up like this, like it makes a difference. Just out of the oven, they're still warm. I just want to have one right now, but we're going to resist. Maybe with my lunch though. But yeah, here's the everything seasoning ones, and then the 2 cinnamon and sugar. These are actually great any time of the day as well. They're just nice and versatile. There's a good thing to have on hand that's ready to go. But like, you can have them for breakfast, pop them in the toaster. I actually, over the summer, I would throw one in a Ziploc bag and bring them to baseball games. I also did that, so yeah. They're really, really good. I think it's time to get to decorating. This always takes me longer than I think it's going to. I've already cleared everything away from the coffee bar so we can start fresh. Want to try to do something different in my glass cabinets as well. But first I need to wipe everything down. So today I am going to be decorating the coffee bar, but coming up in probably my next video, I will be taking care of the rest of the kitchen. So all of the remaining countertops, our island. I also have a plate rack as well as that rail in our pantry that I'll be styling. So excited to see the entire space come together. But today, just a good day to focus on a smaller space, the coffee bar. I love this area. It's a place that I can get a little bit more creative, add maybe just a tad bit more decor because it's hidden. It's kind of around the corner when you come into the kitchen. The space also, because of that, becomes a drop zone as well to keep things off of the island. So I always keep that in mind when I am decorating. But I think everything is all clean. I'm just putting back the coffee maker and the cake stand, and then we will start working our way top to bottom. That seemed to work really well with my black arch cabinet. So we're going to try that process again. I was thinking some glass pumpkins like this would look really pretty in these cabinets when they are lit. And so I grabbed two. This one I think, I don't know, maybe this one was from Target. The one from my other side is from Kirkland. So they're not the same, but I don't think it'll matter. They'll coordinate. That, and I always have a white pitcher in there just to help make it look full. These bowls I picked up at the flea market this summer. Papa Brown. And then just like an old plant, I thought would be good to add a little bit of florals like that. I don't have any duplicates of the items I just used, so I rounded up some similar items that I think will give me the same look. I'm going to find something different to put under that pumpkin. I just want to bring it down just a little bit. I don't care if you can necessarily see the wood, but it just looks kind of too big for the cabinet. Try my summer stack of plates. It's really hard to show you because of the glare, but the glass pumpkins in the cabinets, they look beautiful when the lights are on. So if you have glass cabinets, definitely try out some glass pumpkins in there. This is like the worst angle ever, but I am going to reuse my magnolia vase at the top. Love the size and the texture. And then I have this like little cake stand I've had for many years. It's actually broken. It's from Target, so I would just flip it backwards. But I love to put little plates in here, so I'm going to do that again. These are the brown mushroom plates from Target. A little pumpkin could be cute on the top. I might add that. I'm gonna save all of the small like little details for the very end. I just wanna have a good idea as to how I wanna style them for now. Okay. And then I'm not sure about these. This might get changed, but I'm going to try it for now. but my Magnolia little green mixing bowls. I'm not sure if it's the right shade of green I'm going for, but again, we'll see how it all looks together. I actually didn't like the green after I stood back and looked at it more. It just wasn't the right spot for them. So for now, I'm just going to put my white tea kettle here. To the next shelf, I'm going to start out with a couple of cookbooks. And then my Magnolia pitcher. This one is one of my favorites. I actually do end up making a few changes to this shelf, so make sure to stay until the end, and then I will give you all of the full details as to how I ended up doing things. But it just ended up looking a little bit too cluttered, too many small things after I stood back and looked at it. As I'm standing back, I'm like, oh, I have a different idea, but no, I'm going to wait. I want to move on to the next shelf here. I have these green plates. These are from Target, set of 4. I love these. This was one of the greens I said that I didn't think would go well with those mixing bowls. Try those there. And then I have this brown glass pumpkin. That there. I stole this art from the front table. And then this picture, I guess it is, I actually bought this from Nordstrom during their anniversary sale. I didn't know they sold items like this, but it's really pretty and I think it's perfect for fall. Set that there. Classic coffee. I need some glasses right here. Two McGee & Co. items. I have this like serving board. I like to put it on the side of the coffee maker. It helps protect any splashes from going on the, I guess, the woodwork. Just gonna put that there. Actually, maybe. There we go. And then I have this circular tray that I want to add coffee syrups to. So it's time to pull out my pumpkin spice. The containers are from Amazon. I bought these last year. I'm just reusing my jar again this year. Then I also ordered the sugar-free coffee syrup from Amazon. So I'll link what I can down below. I ordered some new mugs for my tree for fall. These are from Crate & Barrel. They're super cute. They're a good size. I like these for my hot tea or my beam at night. They're perfect. My first draft of my fall coffee bar is complete. Draft 2 will probably be coming later this afternoon. It's kind of funny. I went and watched last year's fall coffee bar video just to see if there's something I did that was amazing that I could redo again this year, or, you know, it's just nice to get more ideas. And I went through a similar process where I styled it all and then I had to make some changes, had to live with it for a little bit. So yeah, real life decorating, I suppose. But I do have actually a couple of errands I'm going to run here really quick before I pick up the kids from school. So I'm going to head out. The first one, I'm going to run to Target. I'm going to return these stems. I had only ordered 2 of them. What are they called? Plum leaf. They're just a little bit too dark and moody. They give me more like Halloween vibes, and it's just not, I've tried to put them in a couple other vases. I'm like, these just aren't for me. So I'm going to return these. I might see if there's anything there, but that's really not my intent to go there. The main reason is to return these. And that'll also give me some time to brainstorm some additional ideas for my draft 2 of the fall coffee bar, which you will see before this video is over. Draft 2 is officially completed. Who knows if there will be a draft 3? Stay tuned. Just kidding. I actually really like how this looks. I only made a few changes. So to the top shelf there, I just added a little woven pumpkin that I bought last year. To the second shelf, I ended up removing that wood pedestal. It was just getting to be too many small things. I had an idea, but I just couldn't get it to come together. So we switched that out. I used the same florals that are from Magnolia. I love those cosmos. I just put it in an older vase that I had. So just a larger item instead of a bunch of smaller pieces. And I also added those mini bowls that I bought last year, but I just needed a little bit more color, and I like that so much more. And then to the bottom shelf, the only thing I did differently was I switched out the glasses. Instead of having 4, I did 2 larger ones instead. So that's how those look. Love it. It looks really pretty in person. And then on the counter, the only thing I did was I switched out the towel. Super happy with it. I love all of the different colors. And it really works well on this wall. It's definitely not too much. Okay, my friends, that is going to be it for today's video. I did end up making my Target return. Didn't buy any new treasures. And then I got home, went and looked in my box. I have one more stem here that needs to be returned. So I bought 3, only returned 2. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Aviron link down below in the description box, and I will see you very soon in my next one.